So, you're thinking about buying a home in Colorado Springs, but you're a little worried about the price tag? Yeah, you are definitely not alone. But you've come to the right place. In this explainer, we're going to map out a clear strategy for finding a fantastic home in this amazing city for under $300,000. Let's dive in. This is really the big question, isn't it? With prices climbing all the time, it is so easy to feel like you're getting priced out of the market. And look, it's a real challenge, for sure. But here's the good news. It is absolutely possible. You just have to know where to look and, more importantly, how to play the game. And this number right here is exactly why having a smart strategy is so important. The median home price in Colorado Springs is hovering right around $485,000. Wow. That number really puts things into perspective, doesn't it? It shows you exactly why searching below that $300,000 mark requires focus, some local knowledge, and a really solid plan. So who exactly is looking in this price range? Well, it's actually a super diverse group of people. You've got your first-time buyers who are just trying to get their foot in the door and start building some equity. You've got investors hunting for rental properties that have strong cash flow. And you even have downsizers who want a great location without a massive mortgage. This mix of people makes it a really dynamic and interesting part of the market.
Okay, so we've established the challenge. Now let's flip the script and focus on the solution. Because despite that high median price, affordable homes do exist. You just need to know where to find these little pockets of value, these hidden gems.
I want you to think of this slide as your treasure map. Seriously. These are the key areas where your search is going to be the most successful, and each one offers a different kind of value. You've got Manitou Springs with that unique historic charm that people love. Then you have areas in the southeast and out toward Peyton that are seeing all this new growth and investment, making them prime spots to find value before prices really take off. And this right here is a crucial next step. Look, finding an affordable house is one thing, but making sure it actually fits your life is a whole other ballgame. Doing your homework with tools like WalkScore to check out the neighborhood vibe, or Great Schools for the school ratings. That's what helps make sure you're not just buying a property, but a home in a community you're actually going to love living in. Okay, so now you know where to look. But what's the actual process for getting from just browsing listings online to holding the keys in your hand? Well, this next section is your playbook. We're going to break down the entire journey into clear, manageable steps. Following a structured process like this is absolutely key to not losing your mind. It all kicks off with getting pre-approved for a loan. That's non-negotiable. It sets your real budget. From there, you do your research, find an expert partner, and then the fun part, start touring homes. Then your agent helps you craft a winning offer, you navigate the inspections, and finally, you get to the closing table. These steps just bring order and clarity to what can feel like a really chaotic process. Now, I just mentioned partnering with an expert, and let me tell you, in a competitive market like this one, it's essential. Let's break down exactly why having a specialist on your team might just be your single biggest advantage. I mean, this comparison really says it all, doesn't it? When you try to go it alone, you're only seeing the same public listings as everybody else, and you have to handle these high-stakes negotiations all by yourself. But with a local expert, you tap into insider information, deep market analysis, and you have a skilled negotiator fighting for you. That difference can be a complete game changer. Speaking of experts, the source material uses a group called Flat Rate Realty as a fantastic example of what to look for. They point to some really specific benefits, things like flat fee commissions that can save you real money, deep local knowledge, and even access to listings that aren't publicly advertised. Sometimes people call them pocket listings. These are the kinds of advantages a specialist can bring to the table. Now, let's look a little closer at one of those benefits, a buyer's rebate program. This is literally money that goes directly back into your pocket at closing. As you can see from the chart, on a $300,000 home, that's a $1,500 rebate. In a market where every single dollar counts, a program like this can make a huge difference to your bottom line. And listen, this isn't just theory. Here's a great quote from Michael, a local investor who actually put this whole strategy into practice. He found a property that perfectly matched his budget and his financial goals, all by combining that focused neighborhood research with the right expert partner. It's just a perfect testament to how this approach works in the real world. All right, we've covered the neighborhoods, the playbook, and the power of an expert guide. Now let's put it all together. Let's distill this down into your clear path from simply wanting a home to actually owning one. So let's just quickly recap the most important takeaways here. First, finding a home under $300,000 in Colorado Springs is possible.
You just have to focus on the right neighborhoods. Second, success comes from following a structured plan. Third, leveraging an expert's insider knowledge is a must. And finally, using programs like rebates can really maximize your savings. It's all about being strategic.
So we'll end on this thought. Now that you have the map, the playbook, and a much better understanding of the team you need, well, what once seemed maybe a little out of reach might feel a whole lot closer now. With the right information and a clear strategy, your path to homeownership in Colorado Springs could be just around the corner.